afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA. In today's unboxing and first impressions video, we've got, well, you can clearly see what this is through this incredibly poorly packaged clear plastic bag. No, this is not a clear poly mailer. This is literally the plastic bag that this jacket would go in and then go inside a box for shipping. So I'm very surprised it actually made it here in one piece. I was blown away when I saw this on the porch. This is unacceptable. Now, I will say I bought this from Amazon, not directly from Huckberry, so it did come from Amazon. So Amazon packaged it this way, not Huckberry, and it did come from New Jersey, and I'm in Pennsylvania, so it didn't travel very far, but still, this is downright unacceptable. Now, I did buy this bag with my own money. I did a whole thing with an Amazon card, and I got like a $100 gift card, and I have like a year to pay this thing off at like ridiculously low interest-free payments. But I am not 100% sure I'm going to keep this jacket because they only had larges left in stock, and based upon their sizing chart, they recommended I would wear a large, but every time a company recommends me to size up to a large, I feel like I'm wearing like a square back. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually keep this jacket. I may be returning it, but how can I not try the Joel jacket from Flint and Tinder? I mean, it's a great show. I'm hung up on it. I am very, very satisfied with my current wax canvas jacket, but let's give this thing a shot, and let's start by opening it up, and we'll take the already falling off 2 pieces of tape and take her right off the bag. Now I can tell right off the bat this is definitely much thinner, and this is a 7-ounce sailcloth manufactured in New Jersey, where this jacket shipped from, but USA made in California. So that's where the price comes from, but this is definitely thinner than my other wax canvas jacket, which is a 12-ounce British milk can. So let's go ahead and try this thing on. This is the charcoal colorway, by the way, but I'm not feeling too positive that this is gonna fit me. I think the medium is where I'm gonna have to be, so I feel like I might be sending this thing back tomorrow, but oh man, buttons are stiff. Well, we won't know till we try, and we can't try if we can't get it unbuttoned. But these things are quite stiff. Ooh. Now, why did I get another jacket while I'm struggling to unbutton these? I could try to do that. I mean, I got hung up on the hype, and honestly, I do keep looking back at this jacket, even though I'm very satisfied with the jacket I currently have. But, I mean, I've been looking at waxed goods for a while, jackets and bags, and I will say I liked the way the jacket looked on Joel and on Pedro Pascal as Joel in The Last of Us, which is why I finally broke down and ended up hunting down and finding wax canvas jackets and doing my research on them instead of just looking at them here and there. But I do like this liner. I did see one in person on a gentleman over the weekend too, which did help to push me over the edge, but let's just try it on and see what I think. Oh yeah, too big, I can already tell. The sleeve is super big and sloppy. I mean, overall, this doesn't feel terrible, but this is way too big. Way too big for me. Now, even if I wanted to wear a sweatshirt underneath this, I could definitely wear a lot. I mean, I just feel like this, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. But I just feel like there's too much jacket here. This is definitely too big, and this is generally how I wear it. I button my 2 buttons here, and I do, honestly, I like the look of the jacket much more in person than I did on the website. On the website, it did feel like, it looked like it was just a square, and I feel like the large looks like that on me because this is just too big, but I do like overall the look of it a little bit better in person as opposed to online. And this color's not that bad. This is again the charcoal. I wanted a black, which is another reason I went with the Flint and Tinder wax trucker, because their charcoal is supposed to be a distressed black more than a charcoal. But this is definitely darker than my other jacket, but yeah, I mean, it feels good. I like the feeling of it. The one thing I really like is that it's flannel lined throughout the entire jacket. Usually blanket line jackets or Berber line, anything like that, is just gonna be in the body, and then the sleeves are usually like a satin or like a silky type liner. But this is actually what I prefer, which is the flannel throughout, or the blanket lining throughout. I really, really like that. So again, that's another bummer that, yeah, this jacket's just, I feel like it's just too big. There's too much jacket on me. And then this was the Amazon, based upon the clothes I buy on Amazon. It recommended me that I get a large over the medium, and I always buy mediums. But Amazon recommendation, it was very, very wrong. But I'm now gonna kind of compare this directly to my Iron and Resin Scout. This is a 7-ounce sailcloth as opposed to the 12-ounce British Mill can of the Iron and Resin. The Iron and Resin, I will say, the first version Scout, the American made one, was definitely a thicker, stiffer material, and I believe it was the same 12-ounce. Maybe it wasn't the same British Mill can. There are a couple reasons why that could be: the tan that's used to dye the fabric, the fact that just from a completely different batch, the fact that it was made like 4 or 5 years prior to the current batch. But I feel like the first one was definitely a little bit stiffer, where the current one is definitely a lot more pliable. It's definitely, it feels a lot softer, a lot more supple, if you will. I don't know if supple is the right word to describe waxed canvas, but it's definitely a lot more pliable. That's probably the better word for waxed canvas. It's definitely more pliable than the first version. In the 7-ounce, I mean, it's definitely more pliable because it's a thinner material. But I mean, I feel like maybe it's because it's a large and I feel like I had a lot of sleeve here, but because I have so much extra sleeve going on here, I feel like I'm just bending away and I don't feel like the material is as stiff. But again, it's also 5 ounces lighter as opposed to the 12-ounce. This is 7. But I like that this is flannel lined throughout the sleeves as well as the body, where the Scout is blanket lined in the body and then it's a satin or silk liner through the sleeves. I also like that this only has the button closures. I do prefer that this just has the buttons. And I don't mind this colorway. This charcoal colorway is nice. It's definitely not black. You could definitely tell it is a dark gray. I don't know how well it's coming over on the camera once I color grade and all everything, but it's definitely visually, it's not a distressed black. It is definitely a charcoal. It is a dark gray. So if someone says that it's a distressed black, they're lying to you. This is certainly a dark gray. It is not black at all. It's just dark gray. But it feels pretty good. I definitely could put a heavy sweatshirt on underneath this, but I did have a sweatshirt on underneath my Scout today, and it fit me fine. I was able to still move around completely, that full range of motion. I even put my daughter up on my shoulders, and I carried her with the jacket on and a sweatshirt, and that was fine. The sleeves are also just wax canvas on the Flint and Tinder. We're on the Scout. On their sides are corduroy lined collar, corduroy underneath the pockets, 2 chest pockets as opposed to 1. It has more of a trucker, type 3 trucker style look with the Iron and Resin as opposed to the wax canvas trucker. This is like, I'd say it's more of a blend of like a type 2 and a type 3, where the type 2 is a little squarer, but it has the back epaulets, but it only has the single pocket. So I feel like the overall look of this is more like a type 2 as opposed to a type 3 with maybe the type 1 single pocket, but I digress. Overall, I mean, I feel like the quality of this jacket isn't bad, but do I feel like this jacket is a $300 jacket? I mean, it's made in America. The materials are manufactured in New Jersey. It's assembled in California, so this is all American made. So you're paying a lot of premium just for the American made. And it's not that it's just assembled in America. It is actually made from the canvas and I believe the canvas and the liner are both made in New Jersey, and then it's manufactured in California. So it's all American made, so you're paying a premium for that. Do I think it's worth $300? I mean, I feel like the old price point of like, I think there was like $250 prior to inflation. I believe there have been no changes to the jacket. It was just inflation. It hit everything, so it went up $50. But I feel like the $250 might still be a better price point for this jacket. It does feel thin, but it's hot right now. You can't even get them. I mean, I got the notification that they were in stock, and then like less than an hour later, they were sold out again. So that's why, another reason I got stuck getting the large, because they didn't even have the mediums. I got lucky and Amazon had a large in stock, and I got it here like in like 2 days. But unfortunately, there's not going to be a long-term or a real user review of this because I think it's just too big. The large is too big for me. I am about 175 to 178. I'm kind of been fluctuating up and down, and I'm 5'9". So yeah, so take that. I'm about 5'9" at about 175 to 178-ish pounds, and I feel like this jacket is pretty big on me. The medium definitely would have been the right size. So I'm gonna send this back right tomorrow, get the money put back on my credit card. I was really worried this was what was gonna happen when I ordered it, that the large was gonna be too big. So I'm glad I did get it from Amazon, because it's super simple. I will literally get my refund as soon as I print that shipping label out and it gets scanned in. I'll get my money back. So I don't have to wait an extended period of time to get my money back. But a little bummed. Did I need 2 jackets? Absolutely not. Did I want 2 jackets? Really, I didn't really want 2 jackets. I probably would have eventually gotten rid of one after I kind of wore them both for a while. I would have sold one off. But the Flint and Tinder, it definitely must fit true to size. So don't size up if you're looking at the Flint and Tinder jackets. This large, way too big. Medium would have been where I'm at. Buy the size that you wear and everything else. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.